Hello guys, and welcome back. I'm going to be showing you how to step by step do a full candy paint job. This is going to be the car that's going to take that candy paint job. It's a 03 Mitsubishi Eclipse, and it's going to get a full candy paint job inside and out. So I'm going to show you the steps, what you need to do, and go from there. First of all guys, like every other job, first you got to look for the dents. This car has a lot of little dings, which to me it seems like it's like hail damage. I don't know if you can see, has a lot of little dings here and there. So first of all, I'm gonna have to repair all that before starting to sand. And the way you do that is, like always, look down the side. That way you can find every single little dent that the car has and address those dents first. That's your best way to do it. You address the dents first before starting to sand the entire car, because you're gonna lose those dents. Once you find all the dents, fix them and go from there. Let me start doing that. You saw me locating all these dents. Let me just finish the entire car, locate every single little dent, and I'll come back. That way you don't get bored just watching me circle every single little dent. So let me just finish it up. I'll come back. There it is. Those are all the little dents that this car has. So now I'm going to start addressing them. I'm going to have to go one by one and just put a little bit of body filler so that I can put the primer on top and I don't have to do a lot of work. I'll just block the primer and it'll come out straight. I'll show you how I'm going to be doing this, and let's just get to that. As you can see, I already started fixing the dents on the hood. I'm gonna go ahead and prime the whole hood so I can block sand it. Let me show you these little things. All this is cracked paint with clear and all that. So I had to bring it down all the way to the primer as to where the original primer from the vehicle is. But let me show you a little bit closer. Right there. All of this is cracked clear coat and cracked paint. All this needs to come off. I'm going to show you on the next video how I'm taking this off. But on this video, guys, this is going to be several videos because I want to show you every single little step that I'm taking to do a candy paint job. I'm going to show you the materials that I'm going to be using right now in regarding to the paint and the candy. But for right now, let me show you how I'm fixing these dents. It's not that hard, and I'm still going to have to prime because there's a lot of dents. So I'm going to have to be applying some 2K primer so that I can block everything out. Okay, so let me just jump over to fixing these dents, show you how I'm doing them the quickest way. And you've seen, maybe some people are going to say that's not the right way, but you've seen my paint jobs and you've seen that the method that I'm using works. So let me just show you how I'm doing it. And if you have a better method, hey, by all means, use that one. Whichever's easier for you, use it. Alright, let me show you. First of all, I'm going to get myself some 80 grit sandpaper and I'm going to just start roughing up the area. I know that the dent's right in the middle where I circled, so I'm going to do about a 2-inch sanding away from the dent. Let's say I'm going to sand the entire center and 2 inches more than what it needs. Reason being, I want that body filler to feather edge real nicely. So I'm going to be doing that to the entire dents that it has here. Okay? Right there, you can see the 3 little dents. Okay, these dents right here still need to get scratched. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the angle grinder with 36 grit and just rough the surface so that I know that the body filler is gonna stick to that area. Okay. And that is it. Everything's sanded, everything's roughed up. I'm gonna mix my body filler and start applying it. After applying the body filler, just leave it, let it set. I usually let it set for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, so that it gets nice and cured. Then I'll come back and start sanding. All right. Let me just do everything else. I'll come back to show you how I'm gonna address those. But let me just start doing everything else. I'm not gonna show you every single little dent. There's too many, but I'm gonna be doing the exact same thing to the rest of the dents. The only dent that's gonna have a different type of fixing, it's gonna be this one. Okay, this one, I'm gonna show you how to do it. I need to pop this one out, straighten this little crown right here, and I'll show you this. But this is gonna be in a different video, guys. All right, but let me show you how I'm fixing these. I'll bring you back once it's nice and dried. It's been about 15 minutes of drying, nice and dried. I'm gonna get myself 180 grit sandpaper on the DA and start sanding it. And there it is, nice and smooth. Now, what I did, I got myself the 180 grit, roughed it up, okay, leaving the DA as flat as possible, okay, just going with the body lines. After that, after everything has gotten as close as possible, I got myself some 180 on a soft block and start sanding it in a cross pattern motion. And after that, everything's done. That's how I'm going to be doing every single little dent before I can start applying the primer. Alright, the hood has been primered and it's been blocked already. That is ready. This fender is ready. All these little dents that the car had on this side, they're fixed. The only one is this one. This one I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to be using to fix it and how I'm going to fix it. Alright, let's start off. First of all, I'm going to have to grind all this area so that I can start pulling the dent out. I'm going to show you the tool that I'm going to be using to do that. But first of all, I'm going to use the angle grinder with a 36 grit. I'm going to grind everything off, get every single little thing off of there. Everything has been grinded off right there. Now what I'm going to be using to get that dent out is going to be a stud welder right there. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it, and let's start pulling that dent out. So the dent is out. I still have some little high spots here. There it is. I think I need another pin here. I need to pull this out. But all in all, it's good. I'm gonna get some pliers just to cut the little wire off. And then I'll just take the grinder with the 36 grit sandpaper and take it off. Grind those little pins off. And that's it. And there it is. I'm just gonna pull this little dent out, the one that was left, and that way I can start applying the body filler. Before starting to apply the body filler, I need to sand all this. All this is still glossy, so I need to sand it down so that the body filler can stick to it. I'm gonna do it on both sides. Then I'll come back, start applying the body filler. I'm gonna show you how to do that also. And if you guys are wondering how I'm gonna get the style line that the car has, I'm gonna show you that too. So just pay attention as to how I'm gonna do it in order for me to get that style line. Those are very important. If not, your body work's not gonna look good. Now, in order for you to get the style line back, I'm gonna do it in sections. You gotta work in sections or you're not gonna get a perfect style line. What I'm gonna do the top one first, then the bottom one. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna place a tape. That's gonna be my guide. That's gonna be my guideline. Let me place it and show you. There's my guide. I'm gonna start applying body filler just in the top area. I'm not gonna worry about the bottom yet. I'm just gonna put body filler on this area, okay? Everything has been is dried up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get 80 grit on the DA, and I'm just gonna rough it up. That's all I'm gonna do. Then I'll go back and start using the block sand. Okay, once everything has been roughed up, I'm gonna start removing the tape. Now you see the style line right there? Now I'm not gonna jump to this yet. I'm gonna block sand this, make sure everything's perfect, then I can start doing this side. Now that I've finished block sanding the top, I'm going to reverse the tape. I'm going to put the tape line on the top area so that I can start putting body filler on the bottom. There it is. So now I'm going to start applying the body filler on the bottom and do the same process but on the bottom. The body filler is hardened already, so I'm going to start removing the tape. Now I can take the 80 grit, rough it up, and then start blocking. gonna continue. I'm gonna need a little bit of more body filler right there, and this is a high spot, so I need to hit that back down, and this one's a little bit coming out, so I'm gonna hit that one back down. All in all, it's coming out real good. Let me just put another tape so that I can apply a little bit more body filler. These dents, guys, you don't have to hit it real hard. It's just like a little tapping. All you need to do is just push that a little bit in. Also this one. There it is. Okay, so the body line is not perfect yet, but that's gonna be done with the primer. I still need to put some 2K primer, then I'll block sand the primer, and I'll get that body line the way it's supposed to be. But in regards to the body work, it's there. There it is, guys. The car is ready for primer. All this side, and let me show you one thing. In order to not to get a hard edge, I did this. I folded the tape in half and just pasted it, and that's not going to give me a hard edge. Once I start spraying, it's just going to even everything out, and I won't have a hard edge. You'll see. I did this, and I also did the same thing in this area right here. It's just for me so that I can block the primer and not have a hard edge. Alright, let me start. I'm going to start applying the primer with AccuSpray. Alright guys, this is the AccuSpray. I have the gun upside down because what you need to do is you got to press the trigger and hold it until the primer starts coming out. That way this vacuum, all the air from the cup is going to go out and it's going to create a vacuum. That's what's going to start, and you can spray upside down and stuff. I'm going to show you right now. There it is. I just took this portion off and cleaned the needle. It's good to go for another one. That is, I can clean it, but there's no need for me to clean it. I'm just gonna discard it. But I already applied 3 coats of primer, waiting 10 minutes in between. I'm gonna let it set for a couple of days so that I can start blocking it and go from there. Alright, it is. The car is unmasked already. It's ready to block sand. Well, not quite. It's 3 in the morning, but I'm gonna wait for a couple of days. But this is what I was talking about, the hard edge. Everything's real nice. Okay, so there's no hard edge there, and there's no hard edge right there. That's what I was talking about with that tape, the way it is. So it works with that. Now I'm gonna put a guide coat to the entire side of where I primered and start blocking it. Okay, in this video I'm gonna start with the door jambs. I'm gonna start applying the sealer, the base, the candy, and the clear. I'm gonna show you how to mix it. I'm gonna show you how you shoot it. So let's just get started. I already taped everything up that's not gonna get painted. So I already cleaned it. I used some wax and grease remover. I'm gonna leave all the products that I used on the description below. So the car's ready. The car's ready to get its candy paint. Let's just get to it. I'm gonna start with the sealer, and let me mix it up. I'm gonna show you how to mix it. Let's go. I'm gonna start applying the sealer. I'm gonna start mixing it. A lot of people have been commenting and talking about when do I use sealer, when do I use primer, and what is sealer. Sealer, what it is, it's primer. The thing is that you don't sand it. It's reduced and it's not sandable. You apply the sealer and you can spray the paint on top of it. When I use the sealer, it's because when I'm gonna change the color of the vehicle, that's when I use the sealer. I also use a sealer when there's a lot of body work done, that there's patches of primer and patches of other colors of the vehicle and all that. That's when I use sealer also. That way I can get the car to a uniform color and I won't have a lot of trouble painting it. Okay, the primer, I usually use the primer on the bodywork areas like you saw me do on this area. I use primer on that. I still need to block that, and I still need to put sealer. Reason I'm gonna put sealer on top of the primer, going back to the same reason, there's body work under it. So I want every single part of this car uniform, the same color, because if not, it's gonna give you different variances of colors when you start applying your base. That's basically it. That's basically it, what the sealer does. But sealer, it is primer, but it's a non-sandable primer. All right, let's just start mixing, applying. The sealer, guys, it's mixed 4-1-1. 4 parts of the paint, the sealer, 1 part of the activator, 1 part of the reducer. Okay, so let me mix it up, show you how, and get started. I'm gonna start applying the sealer with the SATA 3000 with the trigger wide open, the fluid wide open. Let's get to it. It's gonna be a 29 PSI. That's the first pass of sealer. That's the only pass I'm going to give it. As long as the sealer covers, you're good to go. Now let me show you the paint I'm going to be using. The paint's going to be from Grant 7, and it's called Liquid Diamond. This is heavy silver metallic base, so it's got a lot, and I mean a lot of metallic, which is going to give that cobalt blue candy to pop. You'll see it right now. I'm going to start mixing it, and let's start spraying it. This paint is mixed 1-to-1, and you don't need a strainer for this because you don't want to get those metallics out. So I'm going to get my cup 1-to-1, start mixing it. There it is, guys. The silver is ready to go. The liquid diamond has been applied. I applied 3 coats, waiting 10 minutes in between, and it's looking nice. It's looking real good. The metallics on this silver is incredible. I'll show you with the light right now. I guess if you go more metallic, it's gonna be metal flake, because all in all the metallics are real heavy. Let me show it to you with the light. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. But yeah. Well, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I love it. It's real heavy metallic, which is gonna stand out real nice with the candy. All right. So let me just mix up the candy. Talk a little bit about the candy, how it's mixed, and start spraying. Alright guys, this is the candy. This is pre-mixed. Now they do sell it in pints, which 1 pint of this will go into a gallon of clear, and it'll create this. It'll create the candy. Okay, but you can buy it pre-mixed, which I did. It's a lot easier. This is mixed for 1-1, which is 4 parts of the candy, 1 part of the reducer, and 1 part of the activator. Okay, so let me just start mixing it. Look for the 411 in my cup, mix it up, start spraying. And there it is. This is after 4 coats of candy. That's more than enough. If I do more coats, I'm gonna darken it. So it looks tremendously good. It looks real pretty. This cobalt blue is one of a kind. Also, that liquid diamond is just popping out of this blue. I love it. I'm gonna show it to you with the light. Hopefully the camera captures it, because in person, guys, it's one of a kind. It looks real nice. Now the clear that I'm gonna be applying, you guys already know which one. The Grand 7 Oh My Clear with some medium activator. I don't have the slow. Hopefully it'll do. Right now it's about 98 degrees in here. I think it'll do it, but let me show it to you with the light. Okay, the clear is mixed 2 to 1, so it's 2 parts of the clear with 1 part of the activator. Let me show it to you. Start mixing. Alright guys, I forgot to mention in regards to the adjustments for the candy, it was the trigger wide open, full trigger, and the material, it was wide open at 29 psi for the candy. Okay, now for the clear coat, I'm going to do the same thing. Trigger wide open, the material wide open, but I'm going to do 33 psi for the clear. And there it is, guys. Came out real nice, real glossy. The metallics pop like you wouldn't imagine. Also, this color is a real nice color, the cobalt blue. And that's the way you do it to paint the jambs from the inside. I still need to paint the door jambs from the actual doors. I need to paint the inside also. So I think that's coming up next. And the outside is a totally different ball game. The outside, there's a technique to it, so you don't get striping, blotchiness, or anything. I'm gonna show you how to do that also. But yeah, this came out real nice, guys. And I applied 2 coats of clear. It doesn't need more. It's the inside. It's not gonna be subjected to the sun that much. So after painting the inside, it's been drying for a couple of days. I just covered it up so that the dust won't go into it. I'm gonna have to start sanding the bodywork area. Let me show you what I did. This black thing is just a guide coat. Let me show you what I used. I just sprayed some matte black just to have a guide coat. So after this, I'm gonna start sanding and blocking everything out. Okay, I'm gonna start blocking everything out. I'm gonna be using 120 on the block and start doing a cross pattern motion until everything has been blocked and straightened out. I almost forgot, before starting to block, you need to put a tape on the style line. Okay, so that you can get a good style line on the vehicle. Let me do that and continue blocking. Now I'm gonna start blocking to this point. So let me start blocking everything out and do the top first. Right after all the block sanding has been done, all I'm gonna do is take the tape off and reverse it. I'm gonna put the tape on the top, start blocking the bottom. That's all you need to do in order to get that style line. Alright, all you gotta do is just take the tape off. Just refine the edge, but as you can see, the style line is there. All I gotta do is just refine it with a block. I'll be good. Okay guys, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the quick check my work. There it is. The body work is perfect. So that quick check, guys, works like a miracle. You can check all your work. If you need a little tweaking here and there, you can do it. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. First of all, I'm going to start sanding with the DA with 80 grit sandpaper. That should take the majority of the roughness out. So let's just get to it. I already sanded it with 80 grit, then I went to 120 and 220. That's where it's at right now, at 220 grit. I'm gonna start applying that high build primer. There's a bunch of little dents, but that high build primer is gonna cover them up. Then I'll just block sand it. It'll be ready for the sealer. So let me just start applying the high build primer and go from there. All right guys, after applying that primer, I just took out the car, let it bake in the sun. And now I'm ready to start painting the inside of the door jambs. Everything has been covered. Everything has been cleaned with some wax and grease remover. And we're ready to start applying the paint. And for this one, guys, I'm going to be using my new Wacom. This is the new version of the Carbonio 360. But this is a light. This is a Genesee Carbonio 360 Lite. It's exactly the same thing as the other gun that I have, the Carbonio one, but this is a little bit lighter than the other one. Alright guys, they changed the cap. This is now aluminum. The other one, I believe, was metal, but it's real light. And this is the one I'm going to be using to spray the sealer, spray the base, spray the candy, and spray the clear. So you can see that this gun can do everything. Alright guys, so this is the gun I'm going to be using. Let's see the review on it. Let's see how it sprays. Kit comes with all you see here, which is your oils, some filters for your gun, a brush so you can clean it. This one did come with a regulator, some extra rebuild kit, which I know you won't need as long as you take care of it, you clean it the way it's supposed to. You won't even need this, but it's good to have. And your tool to disassemble. That's the kit. I'll leave the information as to where I got it from. So let's get spraying. Alright guys, I'm gonna start by applying the sealer. You only need one coat of this. I'm gonna use slow reducer and slow activator. Reason being, it's like 99 degrees in here. So I need the slow one. Let me show you how to mix it so we can start spraying. This is one coat of base. That's all you need. I'm gonna wait 10 minutes before starting to apply the base, the color. Let me show you the color I'm gonna be using. It's gonna be liquid diamond. It's the same one that I've been using for the inside of the door jambs on the actual car. So I'm gonna be applying 3 coats of this. And remember, on the other video, I applied 4 coats of candy. Okay, so I need to apply the same amount of candy in order for these 2 pieces to match the car. Okay, I can't go less, I can't go more. So let's just get to it. Let me wait for a couple of minutes. I'll start applying the base. That's 3 coats of base. Now I'm gonna let it I waited 10 minutes in between coats. Now I'm gonna just wait another 10 minutes and start applying the candy base. So let's just wait. I'll come back with the candy. I'm gonna show you how to mix it. I'm gonna show you which candy I'm gonna be using. Here it is. This is the candy I'm gonna be using. This is already pre-mixed. It's the Cobalt blue. If you're not following this candy paint project, guys, go back to the beginning. Start following it. You'll be surprised how many tricks and little tips you can pick up. So I'm gonna show you how to mix it. It has some reducer and it has some activator. I'm gonna be using slow. So let's just get to it. And this is the 4 coats of candy. It's looking real nice. So now it's time for the clear. On the candy, I sprayed it at 29 psi, and also I waited 10 minutes in between each pass of candy. Okay, so let me show you the clear. The clear is going to be Grand 7, the Oh My clear. There it is. And I'll leave all the information on the bottom, guys, on the description, so you can order these materials and try them out for yourselves. You're not going to be disappointed. Alright, so let me just mix up the clear, wait another 10 minutes for this to dry up, and start spraying. I'm just going to add 2 coats of clear. It's the inside. It's not going to get a lot of subjected to the sun, so that's all it needs. 2 coats, you'll be good. There it is, guys. This is after a couple of hours of drying. Right there, came out real nice, real shiny, real glossy. The color is gonna match. So as long as you do the same amount of coats in the candy, you might be able to get away with it. This is the inside, so it doesn't really matter. But on the outside, I'm gonna be adding the 4 coats also. Alright, today I'm going to be painting the exterior of the car. I'm going to show you how I'm masking it. I already did one side. Let me show you the other side as to what I'm doing in order for me not to get paint inside the door jambs. Alright guys, this is what I did. I sanded down this area right here, and I put the tape underneath the sanded place, the sanded area. Okay, this is what everything. I left a little, I don't know if you can see, a little blue showing, just a tad on all the area. Okay, all this has been sanded. All this has been sanded. So whenever I take off the tape, the edge, or the edge of the paint is gonna be right on this, right on the edge of this area, and you're not even gonna know that it's been blended or that it's been overlapped on the other one. All right, I'll show you once it's done. Once it's been painted, I'll show you how it looks. But the top, the same way. I sanded all this area right here and placed the tape on the bottom. Okay, now in order for me to close the door, I'm gonna put one of these. This is a tape that it's sold for the door jambs, and I'll leave all the information as to where to get it. Let me place it so that I can show you how it's gonna look and how it's gonna protect the actual door. And there it is, guys. This is how it goes. So once I close the door, it's gonna create a seal between the door and the inside, and you're not gonna get any overspray going inside the door jambs. Let me close the door so you can see how it looks. There it is. There's a seal, there's a protection. Like I mentioned, the tape, I only put the tape for extra protection, so I'm just certain that nothing's gonna go in. Okay, there it is, guys. So there's nothing that's gonna be going inside the door jambs, and that's how I'm gonna protect the door jambs. All right, and the exterior glass, you just cover it like normal. Okay, everything has been covered like normal, and that's it. That's all you need to do. So now let me just do the back, do this area. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. Back, I did the same thing. You can see the seal right there. So I did exactly the same thing. I just put a couple of layers of tape, then placed the seal, and we're good to go. Before I start, I gotta start applying some adhesion promoter to those plastic bumpers, the front and back. Let me apply 2 coats, waiting 10-15 minutes in between. Then we can start shooting. And before starting, guys, I changed the desiccant beads. I need all the air clean so that the paint job can come out real nice. I do this to every full-size paint job, so that's another little tip of how to keep your jobs clean. The 2 coats of adhesion promoter have been applied. Everything has been cleaned with the wax and grease remover. We're ready to go. The sealer I'm going to be using, it's a medium gray from Uricam, and it's mix 411. The gun I'm going to be using is the Iwata Supernova Intech gun. It's a 1.3 tip needle nozzle combination. Guys, I'm going to be using this 3M cups, the 3M cups. So let's just get started. And if you haven't seen the other videos, guys, as to how I mix the sealer, how I mix the candy, I'm going to show you how to mix the candy, and I'm going to show you how to mix the paint also. But the sealer, if you haven't seen the videos, go back to my videos to the beginning so you can see the full paint job or the full preparation for this car. Alright, guys, let's get to it. The sealer has been applied. I'm going to wait about 10-15 minutes for the sealer to dry and start mixing the paint. Let me show you how to mix it. It mixes 1-to-1, one part of the paint, one part of the reducer, and the paint I'm going to be using is that liquid diamond from Grand 7. Alright, I'm going to be using slow reducer. Let's start mixing. There's the first coat of the liquid diamond. I'm going to be applying 2 more coats, which will make 3 coats, okay? I'm going to wait 10 minutes in between each coat so that the paint can cure properly. Okay guys, so let me just wait 10 minutes and I'll come back. There it is. That's the 3 coats of base from that liquid diamond. So now all I'm going to do is just going to wait 15 minutes for it to dry and start applying the candy. I'm going to show you the way the candy is supposed to be thrown. Just pay attention as to what I'm doing and look at the way I do the motion of the gun. All right guys. And there are the 4 coats of candy, guys. It's looking real nice. Now I'm gonna wait 15 minutes. I've been waiting 10 to 15 minutes in between coats. So now I'm gonna wait 15 minutes and start applying the clear. And you know the clear that I'm gonna be applying is the Grand 7, the Oh My Clear. Alright guys, and that is mixed 2 to 1. I'm gonna show you how to mix it. And I hope you paid attention as to how I was doing it. These colors, these candy colors, are extremely hard to apply. I actually started at 11 in the morning. Right now it's already 3 in the afternoon, and I'm barely at the candy. I barely finished the candy. So that's how long these paint jobs take, guys. I still need to apply the 3 to 4 coats of clear. But let's just get to it. The adjustments that I'm going to be using, it's full trigger. I closed the material all the way, opened it 3.5 turns. That's where it's at. I'm going to be shooting the clear at 33 psi. Let's get to it. There it is, guys. This is after a couple of hours of drying. Came out real nice, real shiny. And I hope you guys paid attention as to how I was doing it. I applied 4 coats of candy and 4 coats of clear. So this is it. I'll be showing you the car in its entirety once I assembled everything and put everything back together. But everything came out real nice. Another thing, guys, the video of me spraying the sealer, I don't know what happened. I thought I was recording. Also, when I was on the other side for the candy, I also thought I was recording. This is a real long process, guys, on the candy paint jobs, and I just forgot. I didn't know I wasn't recording. I'm sorry about that, but it came out real nice. You saw the other way I was spraying. I think it was the 4th coat that you saw that I was spraying. So, guys, thank you. This will be it for this video. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And there's more to come, guys. There's more videos to come. And subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Have a great weekend, guys. And like always, thank you and God bless.